All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are live, and we've got a lot going on all in one stream. So not only are we going to be doing a women's watch-along for Man United's FA Cup match right here for the women's team against West Ham, not only do we have a special guest in Shane Higgs, who has gone to a few of the women's matches, but I'm also going to be working on training live while we are watching the match because I am still technically working right now. So, yay! So, anyways, guys, evening. I'll give you the lineup really quick, and then I'll introduce you to Shane. So the lineup we have is Chamberlain in goal. Then we have Harris, Turner, and Turner. I love it. Smith. Then Green, Zellum, and Greenwood, with Greenwood being the captain. Then James, Arnett, and Sigsworth are all playing in the match today. So Shane, how you doing, my friend?
Good evening. I'm very well, thank you, mate. How are you?
Oh man, dude, it's great. Good. It's all going on right now. It is all going on. Yes, they're actually married. We're gonna go with that. No, there is no relation whatsoever between the Greenwoods.
We have asked.
Yes. So, but we're here live. We're gonna watch this match together. I mean, Shane, you're the one that's gone to a few of the women's matches this year. What can you tell me about them?
Well, they're obviously a new side as a group. They were all put together, I think, in a matter of about 3 weeks during the summer. There's a few players that have got sort of top tier WSL 1 experience as well. Greenwood, the captain, she's played for Liverpool, has won a couple of league titles with them as well, I think. Katie Zellum, who's in the midfield, she actually came to us from Juventus. She was with the Centre of Excellence for United when she was a sort of young player. And obviously, as they had no senior team at the time, she had to move on. So she did go to Liverpool for 2 seasons or 3, maybe. Won the league twice with them, I believe. And then went to Juventus for 1 season and won their title there. I think it was their first season, actually. But obviously, homegrown girl, so the law of United was a bit too much to turn down for her, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. So, real quick, just wanted to shout out, say hi to everybody that's here. It looks like we got Pankaj and Sabin, Jay Kings, Reaper. Good to see you here. I know you were excited for this. Of course, Shane, you're in the comments. Jack, good to see you here. Matt Marcus, always good to see you, my friend. Phil Mitchell. So Phil Mitchell asked which channel. So this is on MUTV, which is an app that you are able to purchase from Manchester United, and you can actually. I don't know if they've still got the deal going on. I know that they had it 50% off for a while. I think that might be gone now, but you can get MUTV very easily, and it makes it so you can watch the match live with us. As we basically watch it together. And we're going to talk about everything from the women's team. We're going to talk about Manchester United in general. There's a lot of really great things going on with the club in general right now. So, kind of hard to be upset. So, then Phil, as I said, Phil Mitchell, good to see you in here, man. Then Spurs fan, good to see you in here as well. Obviously, your Spurs women's team are crap. Obviously, we all know this. And not that I'm talking crap to you at all specifically, but sorry, I had to make a bit of a joke there. But in all reality, guys, I am still learning about the women's team, so you will have to give me a bit of forgiveness. I am still learning, and I'm doing everything I can to learn about them. But with everything going on, it's a lot to learn in a short amount of time, considering the fact I've got 30 hours of training to do. I've got, I'm trying to learn about a women's team. I'm still trying to run multiple streams. It's crazy stuff right now. It's crazy stuff.
We'll just clarify, your 30 hours of training is for the women's team, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, obs. Yes. It's definitely not anything boring like OSHA safety training. Nothing like that at all. So, sorry about that. I had to have a little bit of fun. Let's see here. West Ham women's team should replace the men's team. Yes, Jay Hart, obs. West Ham is garbage all around. I'm going to just continue to talk crap nonstop.
A lot of us were saying the women's team should replace our men's team.
But in all seriousness, I mean, we're here to have a little bit of fun on this stream, guys, and I'm excited to watch this match. This will be the first match that I'll be able to watch live, start to finish. I've gotten to watch previous matches. The first match that I've actually been able to watch was our last match where we won 9-0 at home, which was a crazy match. And I only caught the second half. So I actually caught more goals in the second half than the first half, which was awesome.
Luckily, I was there on Sunday for that one. So,
that's awesome.
We were all pretty good feeling after that match.
Man, Marcus, you know I love you. Come on now. I love you, bro. Let's see here. I'm trying to just catch on, see if there's any comments I can get from you guys. I'm watching on MUTV now because Manchester United have a deal with Flow Cable Company here. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. So apparently MUTV have a special deal with cable company in the Caribbean. So they get MUTV for free.
What Ed Woodward is actually good for.
Yes, apparently. Marcus, not getting enough love from your wife. Marcus gets enough love in the chats, guys. He gets extra love from his wife. Anything from his wife is just extra at that point. But guys, real quick, I know that there's going to be a lot of you that are joining me because of it's the women's team. But I know there's also going to be some of you that are joining me because I found out I'm having a daughter on Sunday. And I wanted to thank everybody for just all the congratulations. I mean, at this point, the video has been viewed almost 40,000 times, which is absolutely insane to think about. And my wife and I we are genuinely just so blessed that we're going to be able to have everything is going well right now. Just everything's been happy, healthy, and right now, she's even starting to feel better. She's not feeling like the morning sickness much anymore. So I'm excited for her. I'm excited for us, and I'm excited to see, what our future will hold. Maybe we'll have a future American for the United Women's team. It'll be awesome. Let's see here. I don't want her love, just the beard's love. Yes. That the beard love is something that's on next level.
Interesting point about the beard. Obviously, your Manchester doppelganger, Benjamin, he's there tonight. And he's got a little sort of side bet running with Martha Harris, who's at right back tonight. When she scores, we're not going to say if, when she scores, he shaves the beard off.
Oh, Jesus. You cannot trim a beard. Which, by the way, guys, I'm going to apologize up front. Because I'm running so many things off of internet right now, the quality might drop a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit more training, and then I'm going to turn it off, and hopefully that will increase the frames per second of this. So, but guys, just so you know, teams have already shook hands, and they are currently lining up on either side of the field to start the match. So here we go. I'll let you guys know when we kick off. Obs.
Just in the comment from Reaper there about shouting out the Barmy Army. So, yes, I will give the Barmy Army a shout out. Natalie, Ben, Hugo, who else is there? Ian's there tonight. There's quite a few of them. I've been lucky enough to actually be added to the WhatsApp group after this weekend from going up there. So, that's about an extra 500 messages a day that's been coming through to my phone.
Yeah, well, and Reaper, I do agree with you that Alex Greenwood is obviously a very beautiful woman. We are very lucky to have her as a captain. What's that?
The Barmy Army on screen now.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
Those flags are huge, by the way. I think I'm sure one of them's about 10 foot.
Wow.
The Kirsty Hansen one. You can just see on the left-hand side all the flags set up.
So it looks like there they are. I can see my twin on TV right now.
You'll notice with all that lot by the flags as well, we love to sing. So obviously when I'm there, I'll go and join them on the back row, and the songs are going all game long. So it really is a great atmosphere. So I think if anyone ever does get the opportunity to go to one of the home games, it's really, really is good. There's about 2,000 people. I think we're averaging attendance at the moment.
That's awesome.
I think weekdays, sort of midweek like this one, sometimes there's a slightly fewer less. Obvious reasons, people have jobs and can't really make the long distance travel. But certainly when I've been there the 2 times that I've been, we've had, I think it was about 1,800 to 2,000 people were there.
Which, by the way, just so you know, guys, match has kicked off. I'm 20 seconds in. It sounded like you kicked off a little bit before me, Shane.
Yeah, I've just come up to 50 seconds now.
Okay, so you're about 30 seconds in front of me, which, I mean...
I'll try not to give the goals away. I might have to mute my mic if we score, because I do get quite excited with the women's football. They're just as good as the men's senior team. So
we did just have our first shot on goal, though. So, I mean, Shane, actually, if you want to talk us through the match a little bit, I mean, I can just kind of rely on you for when things happen, and then I'll just watch it, after the fact. Yeah, sure. Which, by the way, Pancaj, I do see you. Come on now. I shouted you out earlier. But we did have our first shot on goal. I did not see who it was, though.
It looked like Kirsty Smith, I think, she's actually playing at left back tonight. So we've gone with pretty much a similar lineup to when we played Everton in the last group game. Alex Greenwood, as I'm sure most probably know, usually plays left back. But against Everton and tonight, she's actually been sort of shifted forward a bit into midfield, but will probably play more of a holding mid-role. Kirsty Smith, who is left back tonight, is typically right back, but she can play either. So she's very useful to have. She's very good at getting down the lines. Martha Harris, who's right back, who also came from Liverpool to us, coincidentally. We did raid Liverpool quite a bit in the summer, which is just quite funny to see. But she can cross the ball quite well. So it should be a really interesting battle, because West Ham are very, very good WSL side.
Well, real quick, I am actually going to be shutting down my training now, and I will just do extra training later, guys.
See, the law of women's football is too good.
We shut it down. Slide. And we're shutting down. We're shutting it down. It's going over here, guys. Oh, awesome, man! I really appreciate everybody joining me right now. Obviously, we're going to be talking about the women's match. I hope you guys are enjoying Soph's stream. I love her streams. I love the knowledge she brings, and her and I are in discussions about getting her on the channel, so that way she can not only shout out her channel more, but she loves to talk about football. So I love talking to her. I got the chance to meet her when I was over there, and she is awesome. She is an awesome person. West Ham just put a cross in, and then defender headed it away.
This is what the game will be quite interesting, because West Ham, obviously being in the WSL, and a lot more sort of top tier experience. We've been used to playing in the Championship, and I think we're the only full-time side there, so we're the only side that will train all week. This is their job. There's quite a few of the other teams are sort of only part-time. They're going from other jobs to training, and then they'll play their matches on the weekend. So it's partly the reason why we've been seeing the 8-9-0 score lines. There's definitely I suppose a skills gap, if you want to call it that. But obviously West Ham being what they are, they lost 4-2 to Arsenal on the weekend. But they will probably, well, I'll say probably, they will give us a bit more sort of something to think about defensively, at least. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did get a goal. We've kept a lot of clean sheets this season. I think Chamberlain is in goal. We've kept 15. The only games I can recall that we've conceded in was Reading, which was in this competition. We lost 2-0. There was Durham in the league, where the only game we've lost in the league was 3-1 away. and Tottenham also scored past us. Tottenham were actually the first team to score past us in the league this season.
Gotcha.
But we did beat them 4-1.
So you asked somebody asked they're seeing that it's the 5th minute, which you are literally like we were just entering the 5th minute right when you asked that question. So you are right on with us, by the way. Shane is actually a little bit ahead of me, not by much. So yeah, you're right there with us.
It's probably because I'm a little closer to Manchester.
Honestly, that's probably the reason why. This is
and I'm still a little bit of a distance away.
It's quite the trip to get over here to Arizona.
Yeah.
But Andrew, how do you get women's football in? And so as Spurs fan, I am in Arizona. So I get I'm getting it from MUTV. The women's match. We actually don't have a women's team here in Arizona, at least not yet. At least not on the professional level that you would think of. Like not like we have, I think it's called the NWSL over here, the National Women's Soccer League, which that is a very high level for the sport. We
have some very, very good players playing in the USA at the moment.
Yes. Well, I mean, Team USA women's team. I mean, they're and to be real about it, they are the dominators of the entire national women's scene. Like
absolutely.
We have amazing players. You don't have an Arizona accent per se.
It would be a dream if we could get her to United next season.
Yeah. I mean, we've got fantastic players. Fantastic players. I would love to see a couple of Team USA players playing for the Manchester United women's team. And I'm sure that once we are in the Super League, which I'm assuming will be next year, Shane.
Yes. So if we get promoted, which we should, I think it's top two or top 3 teams go up. I think. Obviously, we want to win the championship because first season win a trophy would be great. But
yes,
when we get promoted, it will be to the WSL, which is known as the Women's Super League.
Yes. So Reaper with keep an eye on Lauren James, who was called up to the England U19 squad along with fellow Red Devils Amy Rose and Emily Ramsey. Yeah, no, we're gonna keep an eye on everybody here.
So Lauren's number 16. She's only 17 years old, and her ability is absolutely incredible for this level. I mean, I think she came from Arsenal. We got her from, but she's absolutely fantastic. And you sort of see her. We don't mean to sound disrespectful in any way. You sort of look at her and think she's a bit of a bigger build. You probably don't think she could. She's very mobile, but my God, the girl can run.
Yeah.
And her strength is unbelievable. She came off the bench on Sunday against London Bees, and I think within the first 16 minutes she got an assist and 2 goals.
Yeah.
We finished the game with 3 people on a hat trick, and Charlie Devlin and Ella Toon, bless them, they just couldn't put the 3rd goal in the net.
Yeah, no, it was that match. Honestly, was crazy to watch. Like, I mean, they're playing exactly how we would want. We were wanting Manchester United to play under Jose. We just weren't getting it. But we're seeing.
Honestly, they have been, considering it's their first season, and they didn't have a lot of time as a group. I mean, there's a lot of them that obviously knew each other. There's some England internationals, some that came from clubs where they played with each other before. But as one whole collective team, under Casey Stoney, who's a new manager. She was Phil Neville's assistant manager for England. Oh, sorry, it was nearly a goal then. Nearly a goal.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen a couple of different little bits of action. We have been primarily attacking down the left. So Shane, you did get asked, where are you from?
I'm Birmingham.
Okay, so that's why I thought you were from. I just didn't want to.
So typical United fan.
I know, right? Oh, dang it! That was really close.
I'll be interested to see what we do with our set pieces today, because we've been doing quite a few routines lately. I mean, we've just corners swinging in haven't been quite common. We do like to go short on the corners, and as you might have seen from some of the highlights, there was a great free kick routine for one of the goals. I think it was the second goal on Sunday. Molly Green, number 8, she scored a couple of sort of back post curlers from short corners as well this season. So Ian Wilcock, who's usually the goalkeeping coach, but I believe he does do a lot of set piece training with the girls in training. So I'll be very interested to see if we if we try anything new or even similar in this game today. Actually,
just so you guys know, I'm still trying to respond to other things with like my work life, and I actually basically immediately after the match will have to end the stream. We won't have much time to talk about it. I mean, I could let Shane kind of talk about it, but I will have a phone call I will have to take, unfortunately, because I am still getting things set up with my new company. So I will have to leave quickly afterward. So Ducky asked, what do I think about Pulisic going to Chelsea? It hurts, man. It hurts. But it could be worse. He could be going to Liverpool or he could be going to City. Just the one thing that I worry about with Pulisic going to Chelsea is I work from a Team USA standpoint, is his development continuing, because Chelsea don't exactly have the greatest of reputations of enhancing youth talent. They tend to send them out on loan.
I was just going to say, it's typical Chelsea, isn't it? Buy a young player and then he's already out on loan.
Yeah. No, like literally, like they were like, oh, you know what, just stay there. We don't actually want you. Yeah. But just so you guys know, I mean, there's for the most part, it's been United have been controlling the match for the most part. I mean, West Ham have had a couple of different key moments, but I would say for the most part, United have been dominating this match.
I think you're spot on there. I think the midfield is always a bit key, and we do like to attack from wide. So that's obviously the route we'll go down. Defensively, we're very good. We've got the two Turners, as we call them. They've actually we've likened them a bit to Rio and Vidic, and there was actually in the programme on Sunday. There's an interview with Millie Turner, who's a centre back. And they were sort of talking about that if they've been compared to other players, and that they've made the sort of Rio and Vidic comparisons themselves. You've got one who's no nonsense, just likes to get stuck into the tackles. It's quite refreshing because she calls herself she's a defender and loves to defend, so that's quite a refreshing thing to hear. But the other one will go on the runs a bit more. She'll dribble. She likes to do Cruyff turns sometimes.
All right, so I got to ask you because obviously Ben does have that deal with our right back. Is it because she has red hair? Is that the reason why? Is it like the red hair tie kind of thing?
That's a very good question. I'll have to ask him that. Actually, I'm not sure how it came about, to be honest, but it might be. It might be the red hair link, and that's why he's gone with that as the bet.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, obviously, being a redhead myself, I don't know if you could tell, but this is red. I do have a tendency to like red hair, so I'll say that she's my favorite player already. You know, red hair, you're in with me, guaranteed.
Keep it in the colour. Keep it in the colour.
Exactly.
Hair colour, that is.
So Spurs fan, I did literally just answer that question about Pulisic going to Chelsea. It does suck. It does suck. I really wanted him here at United. But I will say this: United do have a pretty decent track record of buying good Chelsea players. So, you know, maybe 2-3 years down the road, he develops a little bit more under Chelsea and comes to United and winds up being the greatest American to ever play the game.
I mean, I know it's slightly off topic for the game, but do you think Massa has been as good as he was for Chelsea?
Well, I mean, in fairness, we did say we were going to talk about Manchester United in general. So, I mean, it is off topic from the game, which, by the way, there was just a foul right there on, it looks like it was on Sigsworth. Yeah. Yeah, it was Sigsworth. I just wanted to double check on that. But he hasn't lived up to all of his Chelsea potential. But at the same time, we have been playing him out of position for the most part. We've been tending to play him on the right wing, and he really is a number 10. He's obviously a quality enough player that he's been able to make it work, but it doesn't change the fact that we have been playing him out of position. So that's just my personal opinion. True. I mean, Shane, do you feel the same way?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he absolutely thrived at Chelsea in the number 10, and he was their player of the year for 2 seasons running. And let's ignore the fact that it was Jose that went back in, and that's when he sort of, he was pushed out more to a wide and had to do a lot more defensive work. And then he obviously sold him to United. But how someone could go from being Chelsea's player of the season 2 years running, being that good in a number 10 position, get bought by United and very rarely get played there. He's probably the only, if there's ever anything Moyes did good for United, it was signing Mata, but we have underused him, I think.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Real quick, I'm just going to turn off my Wi-Fi. I'm trying to just increase the quality of the stream as best as possible. If I'm trying to take everything off of Wi-Fi, so that way.
I think by the comments, there's a goal coming in.
There is a goal coming in for sure.
Yes.
So we got to throw in.
Goal scorer.
So
bit of a scrappy goal in the end, I think, but good work, Lauren James down the wing, get the ball in.
Yeah, so I see her on the ball right now. Lauren James is about to put in a cross right now. Puts in the cross. Yeah, that definitely was a scrappy goal. That definitely was scrappy. But you know what? At the end of the day, that is the opening goal, ladies and gentlemen. Opening goal. There we go. It is. I have to admit, it's a little anticlimactic because I already knew it was going to happen. Dang it.
Yeah.
But
I need to. I think I have to do what I said. I'll have to just mute my mic a little bit when there's goals going in.
No, well, and honestly, if you want to react to the goals, I can react to them when I see them. But that was a hell of a cross from James, and then
it's actually gone down as an own goal. No, we can't have that. Give the goal to Molly.
I see where they're talking about it, but
I need to see the replay.
Yeah, I feel like we need to see the.
It sort of bounced off both of her feet.
I feel like we need to see the reverse angle,
Yeah.
But still, 1-0 up against West Ham.
Come off Molly's right foot, and then the defenders tried to poke her leg out, and it's come off her toe or something. Maybe that's what it is.
That was, just so you guys know, that was a very scrappy goal, but it was a very good goal nonetheless.
I'll take that goal, considering it's another WSL team, and it's first 20 minutes of the game to go 1-0 up. We can. That's when we're in our element. We score. We don't stop, and you see it with the men's team a lot. It's maybe not specifically us, but you see it a lot in men's senior football where a team will absolutely go hell for leather and be 3-4-0 up at half time, and they'll come out second half and it'll be, they'll tone the gears down a couple of notches and they'll just manage the game out, and you might get another one, maybe 2 goals, a bit like we did against Cardiff, I suppose. But the women have been great. They'll go up, 3-4-0, sometimes half time. They'll come out and they'll do exactly the same again. They don't switch off at all. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, and like Reaper just said, I mean, getting that first goal is always important since this is a home and away tie in the League Cup. And then Shane, is the Brighton game in the Women's FA Cup also a home and away tie?
So this one's the only round, so it's single leg. So we're at home tonight. The FA Cup against Brighton is an away game. So, and that's sort of straight knockout. I'm not too sure if they do this League Cup like the men's, where they have 2-legged semi-finals. I don't think they do. I'll have to double check that at half time, I think. But as far as I'm aware, it's just single leg. We're not playing West Ham home and away. This is the only game tonight. So if it goes, if we're drawing at full time, it will go straight to penalties.
Okay, cool. I mean, in all honesty, I do not see a draw from this match incoming. like I've said, for the most part, United women have been dominating this match. I mean, like I said, West Ham have had a couple of different little spells, but for the most part, I haven't seen anything to make me believe that United are the less off team in this match. Lauren James is on the ball right now and driving. Sigsworth, come on!
When she can run at the opposition, she's brilliant. I don't know if you've seen. I think I would have retweeted it at some point over the weekend. But if there was one pass that she made when she came on, and there was a lot going around, there was a pass that Messi had made, and it wasn't identical, but it was very, very similar. She took about 5 or 6 opposition players completely out of the game just with one through ball. It was amazing.
That is pretty amazing. Like I haven't seen that yet. I'll hop on Twitter right now and see if I can't find it.
I'll have to dig it out. I think Green's offside. I thought she was through again then.
Shane.
There might be a lot of scrolling to do.
That's totally okay. Retweet that like that. By the way, just so you guys know, you should follow Shane on Twitter. Shane actually did just get his posters from Matthew McFadden, who Matthew is a very busy man right now. They look awesome. So United Union women team, the women have been looking very, very well so far. I was saying a little bit earlier. So United, for the most part, have been dominating the possession. We've been at least dominating the good bits of play. West Ham have had a couple of good spells, but for the most part, it's been all United women.
Yeah. I'm just putting the chat there. We're looking comfortable. So we're not complete and utter dominance like we were at the weekend and like we have been against some of the other teams, but that again, we wouldn't expect that tonight. That's the golfing class with some of the more part-time teams in the Championship versus a lot of the full-time sides in the WSL.
Oof.
But we are using the wide a lot, which was to probably be expected.
I'm gonna like all these tweets that you retweeted. I'm just gonna do this. Bam.
I'm glad I've muted my phone now because otherwise it's gonna be going berserk.
Well, so Sigsworth is down here on the right now. It looks like we're gonna have a corner now.
For those asking, we are in the second tier.
Yeah, that's my understanding. It's like we're in the Championship, basically. That's an interesting question, Shane, for you there.
There we go.
So we are, if I remember correctly, we're top of the table right now, are we not?
Yes. I believe we are 1 or 2 points clear. I think Tottenham are second. In fact, I'll have a look now at the table because I think we've just been given a free kick, so I will try and pull the table up now. We are definitely top and we're definitely clear on points. I know that much.
I knew we were clear on points. I want to say we're 1 point clear at the moment.
I think it was 1. We have got a game in
hand as well. Yeah, this is a good spot for a free kick.
I thought she stood on her back then, but I think that was accidental because she sort of put her arms up and realised straight away this. Yeah, I think this is going to be Greenwood unless they pull off some fancy free kick routine that they've been working on in training.
Just so you guys know, Brooke Hendricks got a yellow card for that foul. It's literally on the edge of the box.
So, yeah, table we are 1 point clear of Tottenham.
It looks like it's going to be – it was Greenwood to take it. Keeper made a very, very good save there. Very good save. He's definitely heading for that bottom right corner.
Free kick, actually. I think she was trying to go for placement more than just sort of, get a bit of whip on it, get it top corner. But yeah, we're top by a point. Goal difference.
Come on.
Blitzing everyone. We're 48 on goal difference and Tottenham are on 11. So that just shows how much we've scored. We've only conceded 4 goals and we've scored 52. 3 of those 4 were against Durham, which is the only match that we lost. We do have a game in hand against Leicester, which is going to be a midweek game coming up. I think that was because we were due to play them the weekend when they had the helicopter crash. So, obviously for the right reasons, they postponed that game.
Yeah.
It is a weird format in the Championship because there's not an even number of teams. There's 11 teams, so
which is weird.
Up every team sort of each week has to skip a week out at some point because obviously the numbers are uneven.
You get a bye week.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Tottenham are on the same games played, so I think Tottenham must have missed a weekend at some point.
It is possible that that we could wind up facing Manchester City in the semifinals. Yeah, that is possible.
Yeah, it's very possible.
If I remember correctly, City
tomorrow. All the other 3 fixtures is today, but I think because Man City were drawn at home as well, I think that's why they've split the fixtures up. I know it's probably not going to be as rowdy as the men's game would be, but I think they've just done a sensible thing there. There were some rumours actually going around that there was supposed to be Man City fans going to this game tonight for some strange reason. I mean, I'm all for going to watch United, but I'm not really sure what City are going to watch them.
So, and from my understanding, because I see a little bit of stuff about the WSL over here, but aren't City a really good women's team?
Yeah, they've got some very good players. There's a lot of England internationals, and other international players, to be fair. That they have lost a couple of probably what I would say were key players in the last year or so. So they had Lucy Bronze, who is a very, very good right back for England too. But she ended up going to Lyon, who I think domestically and in the Women's Champions League just win everything. I think they've won their. It was like I think they've done something similar to Real Madrid. They won like their 3rd Champions League in a row, or it may even be their 5th. I'm not too sure. But Lyon have got an incredible women's side. But so there was Lucy Bronze left City for them, and also there was Isabel Christensen, who, despite the name, you might think she's Scandinavian. She's not. She is English. And there was also Tony Duggan.
West Ham are going to have a good free kick spot here.
Striker.
I was about to say, so Spurs.
Tony Duggan went to Barcelona.
Spurs fan, it is 1-0. It's 1-0 for United. But I'm sorry about that, Shane. So you're talking about with the women's team for Barcelona, correct?
Yeah, so it was just Tony Duggan, who was playing up front for City for a good few years. She's gone to Barcelona, I think, more than last season. They've had this funny, I don't know what to call it really, whether it's a glitch or not. They've had a bit of a funny gap with the seasons because they changed the structure as well.
So West Ham did have a free kick, and it just went well over the bar. And then, Evie, just so you know, from my understanding, it's an own goal at the moment. I don't know if the own goal will stand, but I've seen that it is an own goal at the moment.
Yeah, I definitely want to see the replay of that again just to make sure. From the angle it was showing, sort of, facing the goal, it looked like it came off both of Molly's feet. I thought it came off her right and sort of probably a miscontrol. But, I thought it came off her left, but I'm just wondering if the defender actually stuck a foot out. So when it's come off Molly's right foot, the defender's ended up being the one that sort of clips it in.
My hope is that we'll get credit for the goal. That she'll get credit for the goal. But I mean, I don't know if they're going to have the camera angle to be able to prove it.
Yeah, they're not particularly blessed with camera equipment.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, I mean, this is a very it's a tight ground. There's not a lot of extra room.
It's a nice ground. They have obviously, as you'll know, because you watch a lot of the under 23s and under 18s games, so they play there quite a bit. There's also they have rugby. I think that's the primary use for the ground. At some point, they have the sort of local rugby team that play there.
So just so you guys know, foul was called on like against West Ham. Lauren James was driving with the ball, and then they're stopping play right now. At least that's where I'm at. I'm just so you guys know, I'm at 30 minutes 13 seconds right now in the match. 30 minutes and 13 seconds. Let's see here. So we're gonna have a free kick. I think that for the most part we're gonna try and put a little bit of a set piece here together.
We seem to be going quite high on the set pieces. Actually, we seem to be quite keen to get it quite high into the box, which obviously from seeing the men's team play for the last 4 years scares me a little when you start having flashbacks of lumping the ball up to Fellaini, but I think we've got a bit more purpose about us, so there's probably something intentful in there.
So, with what Reaper is talking about here, Shane, I don't quite know what these things are.
Okay, yes, I've just seen this. So Lee Sports Village is obviously the ground we're at tonight. They do they do train at the Cliff. I am vaguely aware that I think their initial intentions are to play there at the Cliff as the home ground when it's all finished, sort of being renovated, but I'm not overly sure if they will go through with that. I've got nothing sort of concrete to go on, but I've got a feeling that I've read somewhere that they might stick at Lee Sports Village. But I've got to admit, I haven't seen the facilities at the Cliff at all, so I can't comment on sort of what it's like as a ground, or I don't know if there's actually seating there either or not.
I mean, if they're doing renovations to it, I would imagine that they're trying to get it prepared to be able to play there.
I think so. I think there's certainly sort of open field areas where some of the youth teams play on, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, like you did say earlier, I do recognize this ground from the U23 matches. I didn't know what it was called, so now I know. There we go. But guys, just we are 32 minutes in. Score is 1-0 for Manchester United. The goal at the moment has gone down as an own goal, but other than that, it's been pretty much all United women, other than a few spells from West Ham where they've had a decent bit of possession. Right now, West Ham have been pressing us a little bit higher, so they've been getting a little bit more of longer spells, but we are maintaining them well. What a pass from Alex Greenwood that was. That was very Pogba-esque.
I think we've got another goal in us before half time. We're looking quite threatening at the moment.
So, Sav, I am born and raised Arizona. It's a very rare thing here. We have a lot of transplants that come to Arizona, but I am born and raised. And then I honestly don't even really know what cricket is, other than the fact that it's played with a flat paddle, and it's kind of like baseball. Kind of. Not a lot like baseball, but it's kind of like baseball. That's all I know about it.
I have to be honest, I find cricket boring as hell.
And you know what? Like, I would say cricket's probably the only. Well, it's also, we in America do here obviously have baseball, so we do have our own version of it. But I enjoy watching baseball. I played baseball for 16 years, so
We do have there is, you might have heard of it, I'm not sure. We do have another sport that's called rounders that we call, which is probably more similar to baseball than cricket is. It's just called smaller bats, so you can hold the bat in one hand, but it's a very similar concept. Smack the ball as far as you can, run round. As you'll call them, the bases. We have posts, but
so
I'm not sure I've actually ever seen professional rounders. To be honest, I've only used to play it in in school and in sort of PE lessons. That's the only time I used to really play it.
So, like Jay Hart just said about cricket, so it's just like baseball, except you have 4 bases instead of you have 2 bases instead of 4, and you just run back and forth between them. Yeah, that's pretty much what I know is the extent of it.
Pretty much all you need to know.
And then,
although they do have a better video review system than VAR.
I honestly did not know that, Reaper. Thank you for the information, but I will still not be watching it. I have enough sports that I have to watch. And then Jay Hart, I really appreciate that. The game has a higher attendance than the City game will have later. Yeah, no, that's true. The City do not actually have any fans. What you don't know is those are all holograms at their grounds. All holograms.
I will be honest, they do get quite a good following for their women's team. I'm not sure on official attendances because I've never really looked, but obviously, I'll be expecting quite a big crowd next season if we do get promoted, because obviously we'll have to play City twice. I mean, we could draw them in the semi-final of the Cup if they go through tomorrow and we go through tonight. So, we might not have to wait that long, but I do understand that they have fairly sizable support. They've got a very good ground as well, obviously. I mean, City oil money has just spent money left, right and centre. So they've got quality facilities there and their pitch is very good.
Yeah.
But that's all the nice things I'm going to say about City now. I'm not going to say anymore.
So, Sabs, fair enough. I thought you had a cricketer on your wall back there. Born and raised New York. Played a ton of baseball as a kid as well. I only fairly recently discovered cricket. This is Ken Griffey Jr., just so you know. Ken Griffey Jr. is my favorite baseball player of all time. He is somebody that is the quintessential 5-tool player. He's the original 5-tool player, and somebody that I have nothing but love and respect and admiration for. I always heard Rounders was a game for kids who were learning cricket. I don't know about that, Sev. Shane, any confirmation?
That's very good. That's very good.
Ah, dang it. We keep putting in decent crosses, but there's nobody there to get on the end of them.
Yeah, we are struggling a bit with the. I don't know if it's if the delivery's just sort of been under or oversold, or if there's just slightly lacking a bit of intent on the forward line to get on the end of the cross. But I mean, maybe West Ham might be just defending it quite well, in fairness to them. But
you could tell West Ham are definitely a notch above the competition I've seen the United women play to this point. But we are still dominating the game for the most part.
Oh, possession wise, absolutely.
I should recognize the kid by that swing and that smile. That's very true, Sav. That's Ken Griffey Jr. is pretty iconic. In other words, Ken Griffey Jr. is the Zlatan of baseball.
That might be a bit far.
That I would say, because you could make the argument that Zlatan, while a great player, maybe isn't one of the greatest to ever do it. I think you can make the argument that Ken Griffey Jr. is one of the greatest to ever do it.
I don't want to get drawn into the debate.
Yeah,
I don't have enough baseball knowledge to be able to debate that one.
Because Zlatan, to me, he's had a great career. Like I said, I'm not denying the fact that he isn't, one of the best to ever play the game. But at the same time, I think you can make the argument that his career in terms of because what a 5-tool player is, for anybody that doesn't know, it's somebody that is fast, can steal bases, somebody that is defensively sound, somebody that has a good arm, somebody that has for being able to throw people out, somebody that is good, good for contact and good for power in baseball. So original 5-tool player Ken Griffey Jr. was. Yeah, that's exactly like Sav just said. Ken Griffey Jr. was a Gold Glover in baseball, and like it is comparing apples and oranges because obviously Zlatan was a striker, so all he really had duties to do was to be a striker. Ken Griffey Jr. had to play both.
What a save! Sorry, what a save! When you say this is point blank. Shiv's just pulled that one out of the bag.
Let's see here. All right, so I've got the cross coming in from the left. Ooh, yeah. Hello.
He may have been slightly straight out, but even so, to get a hand on that.
I'm about to get a zoom in on it. Well, but I mean, part of that's a decent save, but part of making yourself a good goalkeeper is making yourself big, and she did keep herself big. So
she's a very tall keeper as well. To be fair to her, towers above me. And she came out of the ground on Sunday, and we stood there, and I'm sort of probably needed 2 step ladders to be on the same height as her.
So Arthur is currently biting his paw, just so you know. What is the game on? So Link to United, the game is on MUTV, and it's you could purchase it. I think it's $29.99 for the year. Shane, do you remember how much it is? It's either $29.99 or $39.99.
Oh, I'm trying to remember now. Are you going by dollars there?
So I think it was actually the same amount both for you and for us over here, because I think I paid $39.99 for it. Now that I'm thinking about it, and I think that it's basically $39.99 for you guys as well.
I can't quite remember. I don't think I paid that. I think mine might have been 35, but I didn't buy it at the start of the season. I bought it. Would have been last month when the women's team played Everton. That was when I bought it. I'm trying to find out now how much I paid actually.
Yeah, because I got MUTV back. Actually, would have been about a month ago. Now that I'm thinking about it too, I think I got it right at the beginning of December.
So I got it on. Yeah, middle of December I got it, and it was. I say 35 because I always round it up, but it was $34.99 for the year.
So then it basically would have been about the same. Yeah. So you guys paid $34.99. We paid $39.99,
which is a lot cheaper than doing it through TV companies. Because if you're UK based and you've got there's obviously BT, the Sky. Virgin Media as well, but Virgin Media wanted something like £7 or £8 a month for MUTV, which is just criminal. Whereas you think you pay 35 just straight to United, and it's like £2 a month or something equivalent. Then
it really sucks that you guys are like just barely ahead of me because I just saw damn it could have been 2-0, and I'm like come on, I want it.
So you get sucked in by these women's team. You get drawn into it.
That's a pretty good counterattack. Yeah. Oh man.
It was such an unlucky chance that was.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, I think that if Green puts a little bit more on that to get it higher up, I don't think the keeper stands a chance. So it was a shot from far out. She probably could have taken another touch and had a better shot, but at the same time, she put a good shot on to make the keeper make a save. What's up, Fanny? How you doing?
What's great with Molly Green is I think she started at Liverpool, I think, and then she played for Everton for a season. But I think when I was looking at this earlier, she's only scored, I think, 2 goals while she was at Everton. And she's our top scorer this season with sort of 11. I think she's got now in all competitions.
Come on.
I'll tell you, like, yeah. So she scored 3 goals in 24 appearances for Everton. And she scored, ignoring the one tonight, because we're not too sure if they're going to give that as an own goal or not, but in what will be probably 11 appearances. I'm not sure if that excludes Cup, actually. 10, sorry, no, so 14 appearances for us this season, and she scored 11 goals.
Oh,
the one that I would give it tonight. I wouldn't give it as an own goal, but I think we're all agreed we need to see the replay on that one.
So, no, so Sav, apparently Green did not get credit for the first goal. At least as of right now, she is not. And then, so I have to ask Shane, number one, did you get the chance to watch my my video about the Arizona Cardinals' new head coach?
I haven't yet, no. But
so
as I've sort of got time on my hands this evening because I haven't got to football myself, so I've got a bit of spare time after the match now.
We are at halftime now also, guys. It's 1-0, own goal. I still would like to see a better angle to see if Green should be getting credit for it. But I think that right now, United Women are at a good spot. They're at a good spot. I think that they right now are the team more likely to win the match. We have been, again, like I've been saying pretty much throughout, we have been owning the possession. But funny enough, it's kind of been like, it's really been played in the midfield for the most part. I don't know if you've noticed that as well, Shane.
Yeah, absolutely. Midfield's certainly been where it's at, and what they've thrown forward. They've proved they've potentially got a goal in them because they can create some chances. But we've got a very settled back line, and particularly with Chamberlain in goal, that experience and somewhat leadership at the back as well is key. So, as much as I think they have a goal in them, if the second half goes like the first half does, they probably aren't going to score. If they do, it's going to be sort of one of those scuffy chances, I think, where it'll probably fall to them on a plate where they can't miss. Either that or they'll pull something spectacular out. But I think we probably need to be a bit more clinical going sort of into the final third. West Ham are defending okay, so I think it's just about making that final pass a bit better and putting it on a plate for someone.
Yeah, I think that we right now are the team, I would say, more likely to score a second rather than West Ham to score their first. I think that ultimately at the moment, the women's team is playing well. I think that there's still a couple little things that you could tell that you could tell that they're playing a higher level of competition than they have been. And ultimately that is kind of what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that we are probably just slightly better in terms of quality than West Ham. But at the same time, I think that we are, seeing that evidence that, maybe, this team isn't a complete team yet, because obviously we are not in the WSL. And that right there will make a huge difference,
It's good having this competition as well, because the fact that we've drawn a WSL side, it's a good test just to see where we're at against that sort of level, because it would be very easy for us to get a bit complacent and be used to the calibre of teams we're playing with their ability. And early on in the season where we beat Villa 12-0 in the first game, and then we won. It was like 5-0, 4-0, 3-0 for the next few games after that. So it could be very easy for them to have got complacent. And almost when you get facing the bigger sides, almost drop off a bit because you think, not a sense of entitlement, but just because you think you're going to beat them. But what's impressed me most about the team is they never undermine the opponent. They don't, they don't think for 1 second that they're going to beat them by default. They know they've got to go to a game and work hard, which is probably why we have seen the scorelines that we have seen.
Yes.
Whereas, obviously, in contrast, we played Liverpool, which you could maybe discount a little bit because it was, their very first sort of competitive game as a team. But we beat them 1-0. They're a WSL side. And in fairness to Liverpool, they did lose quite a lot of players in the summer, and don't look anywhere near, like they used to be, where they're competing for the league title. Again, I'm probably not going to complain about that, but and then obviously we played Reading, who beat us 2-0 at home in our first home game, and I've got to be honest, I didn't watch that one, but I'm not really sure how much of that was just going to be start of the season, again, team getting used to each other, or how much of it was that Reading were just better. From what I've heard, we had quite a few good chances against Reading, and they sort of just took the two best chances they had, and they were the ones that put the ball in the net. And then, of course, there was obviously Everton as the last group game in this cup, which was 3-0. We were 3-0 at half time. In the second half, we did just see the game out, and Everton didn't really give anything in that game. Well, sorry, that's a bit unfair. They didn't give anything in the first half. Second half, they did come at us a bit more, but defensively, with Alex Greenwood in the midfield as well, playing in the holding role, we were comfortable. They didn't give us anything to worry about.
Gotcha. So just so you guys know, like I said, it is 1-0. I just saw the replay. It was definitely an own goal. I mean, it sucks to say, but I mean, because I wish that the Green could have gotten her credit for it, but own goal. I'm gonna make the decision right now. It was an own goal. But
VAR.
Yeah, I want VAR. But and then we have had one save we've had two saves had to come out from our keeper, and she has made the two saves well. She really hasn't had much to do though, other than one critical chance save, which was a point blank range shot that kind of went straight at her, but I mean, she did a good job at making herself big and deflecting the shot well. So, Shane, earlier I was asking you, so I don't know if you, I know you said you haven't seen the video yet, but when you do, I also put out a tweet this morning of our new head coach, and he is going to be a fan favorite with the ladies. I'm telling you right now. That is an attractive man. He has an 8-pack.
That's a very particular way of putting it.
He has an 8-pack and dick root in the picture. I'm telling you now, man. Women are gonna love this dude.
Am I gonna get censored off Twitter if I try and open this post?
I don't know.
Oh Christ!
No, but in all seriousness, I mean, it's not that crazy. But he is. I'm excited to see what he's going to do.
They're in the picture. Did I part of the deal there, or?
You know what? I mean, that's up to you, bro. I mean, you can take him or leave him.
I don't know. Well, I was thinking more for the club because that'll be some great promo stuff for me there.
I mean, it's
if you think he's going to be a bit of a ladies man, you've got to even it up, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you got me here talking about them. So, I mean, obviously, we have the ugly side of the team, and then now we've got the handsome side of the team over here just getting hired. So,
There's a very good reason why I don't have a webcam, and that's not, face for radio doesn't even do it justice.
I mean, only reason why I put my face on here is because all you see is just this. All you see is this.
Struggle having a YouTube channel if there weren't a camera involved, wouldn't there?
Yeah, exactly. And just getting as red as his beard.
You'll see this come up on the screen in a minute, actually. I'll be interested to see what you think of this, because they're obviously going to do a rematch between United and Bayern Munich from the Champions League final from 20 years ago.
Really?
And and apparently rumour is, I mean, I think he said obviously depending on how he's health-wise, but the rumour is that Fergie actually wants to manage the team for that. It'll only be sort of, a friendly, and I'm sure there'll be some of the old legends involved in that. I don't think it's going to be identical lineups to the final at all, but Fergie apparently has said he wants to manage the side that goes out in that friendly that day.
I mean, it's a fun friendly. It's not like it's not like anything serious, But
I will be disappointed if Solskjaer's not involved.
Oh, he's going to be involved. You're going to know Roy Keane's going to be there. Like,
I mean, Solskjaer's still contracted to us by then, and the season's done with. So you may as well let him have a bit of a run out.
So, I mean, we've got a few people watching right now. I figured I might as well ask, who would be interested in seeing U23 watch along on Friday? Because I'm thinking that maybe we'll do a U23 watch along because we are playing Fulham's U23 team on Friday. For the I know that we are currently fighting to be at top of the table. So if you guys are interested, let me know, because I will get my work done as early as possible. Or depending, actually, let me see so it's at noon as well. So I mean, I'll get my as much work done as early as possible on Friday, and then we'll come and do a live stream again.
I think I should be free for it.
Yeah, Reaper, like you said, I
haven't followed the youth teams quite as closely as I have the women's, admittedly. So I'm out of touch with what's going on there. But I know I think U23's lost to Villa the other night, which I was a bit gutty because I half forgot that it was on, but I also probably wouldn't have been able to make it. But they were playing at Villa Park, and obviously, me being where I am in the country, I could have got there. I'm just not overly sure what time the kickoff time was, and I did half forget about it. So it was a shame, actually, because I think it was free entry, so I could have gone. But that took a bit of a battering by the sounds of it.
Well, if we did go down, so we were only 2-1 down when the red card came out. But we did go down to 10 men, which made a huge, huge difference. So, I mean, you can't always be perfect, but like Reaper said, we do need the points. The U23 team do need the points to continue their they've got a chance to be still close to the top of the table. They actually had a chance to go top of the table as well if they had won that match, and they wound up losing. So, yeah, but
interesting that the under-18s have also drawn Brighton in the FA Youth Cup.
Okay, that's funny. Like I just popped up on my TV right now.
I mean, I did watch the. I think I caught the tail end of the first half, but I definitely seen all of the second half when they beat Chelsea. And obviously, first team to beat Chelsea in the FA Youth Cup in about 5 years, because Chelsea have just completely dominated it, won it 5 years on the spin. And obviously, Mason Greenwood getting the hat-trick, he was fantastic in that game.
Yes, he was.
And then we just seemed to lapse a bit towards the end. They got that one goal, and I think they scored 2 goals in about 90 seconds or something stupid like that. And it was sort of really nervy end to the game, but we coped. And but yeah, I think Greenwood was definitely the difference that day.
So just so you guys know, the teams are running back out onto the pitch right now. All the United women's side is
substitute.
So I just about to say, it looks like Christy Hansen is coming on. I do recognize her from different promotions and
She
stuff like
is
that.
easily Ben's favourite player.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I saw the flag that he made.
That's a fair place as well, because she's actually still juggling university, I think. She's doing like a university degree, I think, as well as being in the side full time. So I've got to say fair play to her for that.
Well, I mean, people wonder in the States how you can, go to college full time and go to work full time. It's you just dedicate yourself to both. You can make it so you come out of school with no student loan debt, but you have to be willing to not have a life. And I'm willing to bet you that if she's in university and playing football full time, she probably has no life outside of it. So, sometimes you got to make sacrifices in life.
It's not a bad job to have, though, is it?
No, it's in fairness, playing for Manchester United to have your career, that's not exactly a bad way to make a living.
There are plenty of things that you would sacrifice to go and play for that club, I tell you.
Yeah. I mean a great example, guys. I mean, like I actually so I didn't actually go to university, but I did go to a trade school, and so I did work, anywhere from 40 to 60 hours a week, as well as go to school full time. I guess it could be considered full time, but we had like basically 2 times a week that we would go to school, and then we would have a lab on the off every other week. So I would go to school 2 to 3 times a week. It's like you just said, you sacrifice sleep for having a social life if you want it. So, Bubs, you want to come say hi to the people? Come on, come say hi. Thank you.
Do we have the United Women's mascot with us?
We do. We got the Arthur. So, guys, Arthur says that the United Women's team is definitely going to win, and then Christy Hansen is going to come on, and she's going to score a goal. See?
That's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout at all.
Mwah.
So it looks like she's coming over for Liziana. So she'll probably be on the left-hand side, which in fairness against London B, she was brilliant on the left. Some of her crossing, my God, it was like watching Beckham again.
Yeah. So
that might be going a bit too far, but the crosses were certainly up to scratch.
So just so you guys know, West Ham's women's team did just come out, and like Shane just said, it is confirmed. So Lizzie is off, Christy is on, and I think it will be interesting to see how this second half will go. Arthur is just about to turn 3. He will be 3 in February. All right, Bubs. You go get your bed? Get your bed. Get your bed. Good boy. Lie down. Down. Hey. You're a good boy. Thank you. Down.
Reaper just made a fantastic point about Kirsty Hansen being the first woman to be on the Man United Goal of the Month competition.
I actually did notice that. Matthew, good to see you in here, bro. Score is 1-0, and we're literally just starting the second half.
The boys here.
So we were like during the halftime, we were talking about your posters as well, because I saw that Shane got his posters. So we are complimenting the posters left and right.
I mean, he did tell me that he caused a queue of about 15 to 20 people at the post office when he was sending all the posters out.
I saw the amount of posters he had to send out, and I will say that it was excessive.
That's being polite. We've come out with a bit of intent here. We're very much on the front foot.
Yes, sad. The posters that he made. Obviously, you guys can see a couple of posters that Matthew has made. I'm trying to make sure that Arthur's in there too.
Have you managed to fix the social poster now?
Sure. Yeah, totally. It's definitely not still a broken frame and not wrapped up with electrical tape. There we go.
Well,
I think
it was an electrifying striker, wasn't it?
Yes. So now you guys can see. So I obviously have this custom made, but if you ever want a poster of Arthur, you know who to go to. Matthew will make you a custom Arthur print, and I can give you a custom picture if you want it. They are out there. I only take at least a photo a day of Arthur because he is adorable. At least a photo.
There's going to be a fan club, isn't there?
Oh, I guarantee you I could start up Arthur's own Twitter page. I could start up Arthur's own Twitter page, and he'll have more followers than me in about 3 days. I just tweet nonsense stuff, like thinking about milk bones today. And now he's dead. Just so you guys know, Arthur is officially sleeping after having a little bit of a energy burst. So, yeah. Business company, could you make a bit? Yeah. So,
wow, £36 to print on A3.
Yeah. I actually am debating on getting because Matthew's talking about making bigger posters. I'm talking about being I'm talking with him about being the experiment for that. Him and I have talked about that. Arthur Southwick is exactly 15 characters long. Yeah. Could go with one-eyed Arthur too. As is that.
One-eyed Arthur would be fantastic.
But just so you guys know, like Shane did say, it looks like the women's team did come out with some intent. We are currently kind of in a battle in the midfield. And then I do see Lauren James is on the ball.
Matt's just put a great one in there. Arthur the Pirates.
Arthur the Pirates, 15 characters.
I mean, it's like a ready-made Halloween costume, isn't it? When you need an eye patch.
Oh yeah. No, it is ready-made. Like we literally could start up a Arthur. We talked about making this a dual show and making it so Arthur would be sitting in the chair full time with me right next to me, but it would be a difficult ask to get a dog to sit somewhere for an hour. So
yeah.
Yes, a deal is yet to be agreed upon, Matthew. That is true. We are in advanced talks. I may be negotiating a dick pic for a poster. We don't know yet, though. I mean, Matthew, confirmation. I mean, has that been negotiated yet? Deal. We got it.
He's not going to have to spend £36. You're not going to need an A3 size, are you?
No. That's fake news. Definitely fake news. Is Hope Solo still playing football, or is she suspended until further? My understanding is that she is out of football completely. No, it's definitely A5 of the most. Completely agree, Matthew. Completely agree. But
is that really offside?
Spurs fan, good to have you back.
Molly's just played a really good pass through there, and Jessica's just been flagged offside, and I'm not really sure if she was, but I don't think we're going to get the replay for it either.
Oh, that was close. That was really close.
I'm quite convinced that she was off, but
that was borderline. That was definitely borderline.
Oh, we've got away with that one. That was a great chance for West Ham.
Yeah, like Sav just said, I'm pretty sure that Hope Solo's been out of football basically since before the Women's World Cup. Oh wow, yeah, you weren't kidding on that one. Yikes! West Ham should be equal here now. That excellent shot that rattled the post, and then wound up deflecting right back to. I couldn't see the number of the person that shot it, but it just went straight over.
I think it was Alicia Lyman. I'm not sure what number. If she's 7, I think she's number 7. I think we could do with another goal, really, just to try and settle things down a bit, because I think the longer we go without one, the more West Ham are
they're gonna press higher.
Got a chance, and I think if we can score one.
Well, I'm thinking that we might have a goal with Reaper giving us a yes. I like that you muted it literally as I said that.
I'm saying nothing.
All right, so I'm going to wait to see the goal, because obviously a goal. Matthew said yes because dinner has arrived. I like that one. Let's see here.
Nice little curveball.
That was a good goal from Sigsworth there.
Just you think attempted fate there or something? I think we need another goal. Okay, here's a goal.
So apparently, I see and another one from Sav. I don't know if another goal has happened already. I don't think so, but.
No, I think that one was for Sigsworth.
Okay. Yeah, so that was an excellently well taken goal.
Unless, of course, he was on the boat, so he's got dinner as well.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. And another day, maybe Sav got dinner as well. Yeah, Sigsworth put an excellent shot there. Like, I mean, keeper could do nothing about it. Keeper didn't even move. Just excellent shot.
That puts the game completely in our control now.
Yeah, 100% game is now fully in our control. We're 2-0 up, guys. I do not see West Ham getting a goal, getting 2 goals in this match. And as I say that, watch them go on to score 2. Where are the I don't know where the Hammers are in the table in the WSL, Matthew. Let's say they're mid-table side.
I'm just going to quickly find out for you now. They're certainly not at the top.
Sav is at work in New York City. No dinner for a few hours. Well, I mean, Sav, I appreciate you joining us while you're at work. You at least can hear a little bit about the game.
So West Ham are mid-table in the Championship. No, in the WSL, sorry.
I think that Chamberlain took a bit of a knock there from the West Ham striker when the ball got put in.
She's a tough cookie.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was. Which I'm going to be interested to see who will be the subs for the rest of this match. Because I mean, I think for the most part,
it's a good question, and in fairness, I'll probably be surprised if we make any. Especially if the score stays like this. I mean, if we were to go and sneak another couple of goals in and put some real daylight between us and West Ham, I think another sub could be likely. But as it stands, and seeing how Casey approached the Everton game, I don't think she'll be likely to make a sub that's going to really affect the game. If she does, she might bring on a couple sort of really late on, 89th, 90th minute when we're in stoppage time.
Let's see here. So Christy Hansen's getting on the ball a little bit now. Ooh, that was a good cross. And Alex Greenwood almost so the keeper threw the ball in to to their right back, and Alex Greenwood almost beat her to the ball from about 40 yards out. Makes me happy to see Matthew getting more business from the channel, guys. I honestly, I love Matthew's posters.
Has he actually come to do the stream, or has he just come to sell his posters?
It's definitely the posters. Definitely the posters.
He's got a great marketing strategy. I'll give him that.
Listen, I mean, I told him from the start he's the one hooking me up and stuff. So I mean, I'm gonna give him everything he deserves. So Matthew's posters are awesome. Shane, you're the first one to suss me out. Listen, I mean, in fairness, we do give Matthew we do give Matthew the free run of being able to shout out whatever he wants on here. Yeah, Matthew, you should. And next time you head to Manchester, just literally like take 100 of them. Just we'll go full on Leo DiCaprio.
That's a good question. What are the odds on the women doing the treble this season?
He did ask me that on Twitter yesterday as well.
Ooh. I don't know. I think as much as I'd love us to get all three, I think best case scenario, I think we'll do two. I think if we're going to win one, it will probably be this competition. I don't think we'll win the FA Cup. I mean, we could, and I'd love it if we did. I just don't think we will. But that being said, similar teams in the mix, so it's certainly possible. I think it all depends how the league goes in the next couple of weeks. I think if we get a clear ahead by 6 points above the likes of Tottenham and Charlton, maybe we might give a bit more focus on the cup. But I think given we were first season and we've gone in at the championship level, I think their focus is very much on making sure at least the promotion is sorted before they shift the main focus elsewhere.
I could see it happening. I'm not going to say it will happen, but I could see it happening.
I'd love it if you did, because I'm going to put a great poster Matthew's way.
So just so you guys know, the United have put in a couple of good crosses down the right-hand side within about a minute and a half of each other. But for the most part, once again, United are just dominating the possession, and we are continuing to dominate the possession. I noticed that Chamberlain did take a little bit of a knock there to the ankle. I think that might have been more of a dive than anything.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
She did exactly the same against Everton at some point in the game. When they start looking like they were threatening a little bit, she just took a seat on the floor and, I'll just check my ankle, make sure it's all right, and, just slow the game down a bit, take all their momentum away.
Let's see here. So we are in the 60th minute right now, just so you guys know. 60th minute, 2-0 United. And United continue to have good spell of possession. West Ham right now did just get control of the ball. I mean, they're passing it back and forth in the midfield right now, so not much to talk about. And then they just played a ball in down the left. This goes out of bounds. But I mean,
it is a bit surreal when I watch these games that go this way, because obviously I've been to 3 games where I've actually been to the grounds to watch them. One was Aston Villa away, which was 12-0. Then there was Millwall, we played at home, which was 8-0, and then there was London Bees this weekend, which was 9-0. So I'm used to seeing all these big high-scoring matches, and then I'm looking at 2-0 and going, where's the rest of the goals?
Yeah, I get what you mean by that. And then Reaper, I mean, I appreciate that, Reaper. Honestly, I mean, I actually have talked with Mark about that, and, he kind of just said that, that they already have so much that they talk about because of just the men's team that it's hard for them to add in additional coverage. I mean, Mark does work a full-time job on top of running the United Stand, which I'm sure is probably a full-time job in and of itself. So, I like to give additional coverage where I can. Obviously, for the most part, I do just cover the men's team, but I'm making my best effort to be able to learn about the women's team. I obviously have learned a lot about our U23 squad. I'll be interested to see how much of our U23 squad that traveled with the team will be involved in the coming matches. Because obviously Greenwood, Chong, Gomez, Gardner, there was a crap ton of kids. Okay, so that of course, once again, I hate being behind. This is garbage.
I would just keep an eye out for this shot coming in from Lauren.
Oh, what a curler! Just didn't get enough curl on it.
Cantona chip there.
Like just barely off that outside right-hand post. Oh, what a shot. What a shot.
What a goal. That would have been.
But, I mean, yeah, just so you guys know, I like to try and give our other teams as much attention as possible. But with this new job, I may unfortunately only be able to really cover the men's team going forward. There's a lot that goes into this job that I just signed up for, guys. And like I said, I'm going to do my best to continue to bring you as much live content as possible. But unfortunately, we might be going to some more pre-recorded content just to make it so you guys will still be able to get content on a daily basis, but it might be pre-recorded during the weekdays. But I can almost guarantee that the weekends you will get me live. Can almost guarantee it. So, guys, my wife and I were discussing names right now for girls. So I'm going to give you 4 names and rank them 1 through 4 for me for the announcement of you. Yeah, so this was a special stream for the announcement of my daughter. These are the names that right now we have. I'm not putting them in any particular order. So
I have a suggestion.
Okay.
Olivia.
I mean, Olivia isn't a bad one.
There's a slight Ollie reference there.
Yeah, no, I like it. I knew where you were going with it.
Baby Ollie ball going.
Call her Matthew McFadden. Yeah, no, that's totally a girl's name. Totally. So these are the 4 names right now that we've talked about to this point. And like I said, guys, give me a ranking of 1 through 4. So Harper, Adeline, Sawyer, and then Isla, which Isla is A-I-S-L-A. No, A-I-S-L-E. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Obviously, Wifey and I will pick out which one we like best. Yeah, I like Isla a lot. Now, my wife, her initial reaction, she didn't like it. But I actually really like the name Isla. And either way, the middle name will be Catherine. It's going to be after her mom, who passed away in February 2017. So, yes, exactly like that, Sev. A-I-S-L-A. Jack Vlog. So right now the score is 2-0. Sawyer isn't Tom Sawyer, yes.
Yeah, definitely not Tom Sawyer and not Sawyer Milk.
Yes. Yeah, so it is 2-0 right now. We're at the 66th minute, and we are dominating the possession at the moment. Yeah, I do like Harper. Okay, starting for Spurs, John, as someone bought as well. Yeah, Matthew, I remember that order. That was a That was a hell of an order Matthew got. He literally got the entire starting 11 for Spurs ordered from him, plus an additional one.
You didn't even throw in a cheeky discount on that, selfish boy.
I don't blame him. Don't blame him. Make that money, boo-boo.
No, man.
So Sav said Isla 1, Sawyer 2, Harper 3, and Adeline 4. 65 quid discount I got ripped off.
That's a cheap free kick to give away.
Not quite there yet.
No, one more goal if we can get one. That'll just settle it down a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Tip it beyond West Ham.
As always, watch out for initials. Yeah. So I mean, we're just thinking through a whole bunch of names right now. Like Harper and Sawyer were the initial two that we did think of. But I know that Isla for me is one that kind of popped up out of nowhere. But I do like the name Isla. And then she actually literally just texted me with Adeline. So no, and like Matthew just said, like if whatever name we choose, I mean, it's our she's got to be awesome no matter what. Ooh, that was a good interception from Hansen there.
Chance.
Lauren James with a chance. Oh, come on. Alex Greenwood couldn't put it in the back of the net. Good save from the keeper.
I think Lauren just needed to take the shot on a bit earlier with that one. I think getting out of a thing, just, a bit more maybe far corner. I think she went a bit more for power than placement.
Yeah, Sav, that was the reason why I liked Isla's. Isla Catherine Southwick did have a bit of a nice flowing to it. Erdogan. That's solid name. Solid name, J Hart. I was actually thinking Aragon for a boy. Just mix it up a little bit. Or Leonidas. Leonidas,
Are you planning to have 300 children?
I am planning on having 4. Oof. Chance just went just wide from a corner. We are reaching the 70th minute at the moment.
I think Zellum should have done a bit better with that one, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Half volley trying to ding that one into the top corner, I don't think was the way to go.
Yeah,
I see what she was trying to do, but
Matthew, of course, 400.
A bit more far post.
Of course, 400. You have to have 400 because if we have to get rid of 100 kids, at least I'll still have an army.
Red bearded army.
Exactly.
Well, right, you'll need your own private jet to be coming over for United games.
Nah, I'm making that trip by myself. Just me, myself, and I. No kids. But like I've told you guys before, so my goal is that I'm gonna try and come over in September. I really am hoping to be able to make it over in September. It'll be while my wife is still on maternity leave. We are due to have our daughter in June. And so all things go well, and the money is there, which, as you know, with kids, money can tend to leak a bit. That's a bit of an understatement.
Nice choice of word.
Yeah. But as long as everything goes well, I will be back over in Manchester in September. My goal is to be there for 8 to 9 days. And literally, I'm going to be there only to go watch football. I'm going to go watch a home match for United. I want to watch for a Champions League match for United at home as well. And then I want to go see an away match. Yes, yeah, Jay Hart, of course. So, I mean, we actually, what you don't know is we own a compound. This is actually, we're on a compound already. And we, we actually already do have a few kids, a couple hundred that we've had. If you guys have heard the Dane Cook joke, her wife, my wife's vagina is pretty much just Stargate at this point, and kids just materialize out of there. So, I mean, we do what we do, and we just we have to have the we just have to have the compound just for the amount of kids that we have. So yeah, no, it's no big deal, no big deal. Getting Josie is definitely on my bucket list. I'm afraid of how overwhelmed I'll be once I'm in. So, Sav, just so you know, coming from somebody that like I literally just made my first trip over there in October, it is awe-inspiring. It is awe-inspiring. Yeah, and so I went over for the Newcastle match. And number one, what an amazing match. Number two, the going and doing the stadium tour and the museum was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Just dedicate yourself 4 to 5 hours just to go do the museum itself. You'll need it. I can promise you will need it, because it was just it's something that you're really not prepared for. Like, I dedicated an hour and a half of it just to going to do the Munich Memorial in there. I spent an hour and a half just doing that. Oh, I appreciate that, Sav. Yeah, like that was such an amazing trip going over there. I loved being able to go meet everybody. I mean, I got to meet Flex and Rance and Matthew and Shane and Soph and George, and I got to meet the one and only Paul Barrett. Paul's amazing. Matthew can testify.
Paul was hilarious.
Oh man, that one, that fan cam was on the level of the city match. That man is just absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Spurs fan, have you not gotten a game in Cali yet for Spurs? That actually surprises me a little bit. I know they've been on the East Coast, and I know they played last season on the East Coast a bit. Yeah, Matthew, when he was going after the guy that had the radio playing, like that was some that was some funny stuff. There's a guy that sits outside of that like sits between like where the cars come in to park for the game, and the guy was just blaring like all the different like classic United songs like "Glory, Glory, Man United," and he was going off on the dude.
Repeat, wasn't it?
Yeah. Exactly, Sav. Exactly. Yeah. But so West Ham just made a sub. I mean, I don't know what position this person plays, and I'm going to guess it's an attacker since they need to score 2 goals.
There's a good chance. Just lacking that finishing edge.
So Maltese Devil. So right now, Carl, what's going on, man? Good to see you here. So Maltese Devil. Right now, United Women are 2-0 up. We are in the 76th minute, and we are currently driving. Lauren James tried to put in a shot, took the deflection. They're going to get the corner. So we're on a corner kick right now. But I want to be the stands. That would be really cool, Reaper. That would be really, really cool. If told this to be anyone in the 90s, they probably would have been.
I remember being in awe of the just giant Dwight York poster at Old Trafford. Selling the bottle of wine.
I actually think that was the Chivas whiskey, wasn't it? No. It was the wine. It was the wine.
It was wine, I think.
It was the wine.
They got this sort of big sort of wine house tasting place, like big wine tasting tent or something.
Yeah, in the back. Yeah. I remember that. Like, I remember that's where the players were all walking in, kind of close to there.
There was a lot of doppelgangers like
that. Matthew, I don't think you should be bragging about Scott McTominay being your ambassador. I think that might actually be detrimental to your credibility. So get your head sorted right there, Matthew. Get it sorted.
His poster business has just severely gone down.
Yeah, I was about to say that the shares have officially dropped from £8 a share to $4. Can't lower your credibility if you have none. No problem, Maltese Devil. Good, it's good to see you here, man. But right now, so we United women are back in possession. Took a deflection to go out of bounds, and we will get the ball back. We are in the 78th minute, and we are once again. United women are pretty much owning the possession. Just West Ham are getting little spells here and there, but they're not doing anything to really conquer their chances. 3 bad reviews now. Just punched a wall. Matthew, so when my brother gets your poster for him, I will make sure that he leaves you a review. And then I still need to leave you a review, which I don't know if you want me leaving you a review or not.
Snap on into.
I'll just. Nah, but in all seriousness, I mean, Matthew deserves nothing but amazing ratings. I mean, obviously, shipping things can come with issues. But, Matthew's posters are quality nonetheless.
So, looks like we're making a sub. Ellerton's coming on. I think it looks like it's for Lauren James.
It looks like Reaper was literally just saying that. God, that girl looks like she's like 15. Ellerton looks like she's like 15.
She is only 17. But interesting fact is, she actually came to us from Man City.
Oh,
but she is a United girl. She was another one who was in the youth setup and sort of progressed out of there, but didn't have anywhere to go within United because there was no senior team. So she sort of went quite close to home, obviously, and was at Man City. But I think she made the right call.
Well, yeah, it is. It was Ellerton for Lauren James. Get Arthur to leave the review. 2 licks for a great one. Yeah, well, Arthur will obviously give all the reviews as much as he is tired right now. He may or may not be lying down next to the table over here, and just dead asleep. Dead asleep, the poor little guy. But just so you guys get a reminder really quick, so we are in the 81st minute. We are still 2-0 up. We get a free kick here right about at midfield. Then I just got to let you guys know. So basically, immediately after the match, I'm probably going to have to head out because I have a meeting at 2:00. It's a phone meeting, but it's a meeting nonetheless. So I will have to head up out of here as quickly as the match ends, basically. We'll probably have enough time to really just do a quick, woman of the match kind of thing. And then I'll have to head out. But to talk about woman of the match, I mean, Shane, who stood out to you so far?
I was just trying to think of this, and I think it's probably between Greenwood and Lauren James at this stage. I mean, Greenwood's obviously going to be on the pitch for longer, so she might just get a shout, but you can never rule Lauren out because she, for her age and the fact that we're playing the WSL side and she's bossing it. She's brilliant, so you might just swing it in her favour. But I think if Greenwood doesn't get a goal now, I might just have to go back on that and change my mind a little bit.
I'm probably going to go with Greenwood as well at the moment. She has pretty much dominated the midfield. She did have a pretty good free kick attempt on goal. And
it's not bad job in centre mid for a left back, really.
Sav, good to have you here, man. I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, whatever you want to call it. Because you are obviously in New York, so yeah, I hope you have a good one, man. But I mean, I think you could also make the argument that maybe Sigurdsson. I did say Sigurdsson. I can't help but just laugh at Sigurdsson. Because it is Sigurdsson, but I just think of Gylfi Sigurdsson.
No, yeah, we're just going to see it.
But I would probably, honestly, now that I'm really thinking about it, I'm going to go with Greenwood so far as the woman of the match. She really has dominated that midfield. So, I mean, barring Sigga getting another goal, I would say probably she's going to stick as the woman of the match. We right now are in the 83rd minute, people. We're getting ready to hit into 84th. United are 2-0 up, and we are dominating the possession at the moment. So
I think in some ways, having games like this, it does make it easier to choose a player of the match, because when you end up in situations like I was in on Sunday, when you're absolutely hammering a team and anyone and everyone's getting on the score sheet, it can be quite hard to choose someone as a standout. But good effort from Greenwood. But yeah, I think those, when you get sort of closer games like this against tougher opposition, you do see who stands out a bit more easier.
Yeah, that is true. Especially in a tight match like this where you do have an own goal. I mean, it is, and like you said, it is harder to really pick out somebody as that lead person. That was a good chance from Greenwood. That was. So Spurs fan actually asked us a question here. Real Madrid are on a steep decline. Thoughts? So Shane, I'll head that to you first.
I don't know whether I'm shocked or not, but what it probably does show is either how good management Zidane was, considering it's early on in a senior club managerial role.
Yeah,
because he's only managing the Castilla side before he took the senior role when Rafa Benitez got sacked. And it also probably shows how over-reliant they were on Ronaldo, or what Ronaldo brought to that team. He was probably a bit similar to Portugal, where everyone just plays for him, and he drags players forward with him. Whereas at the moment, they're lacking that kind of presence on the pitch, I think.
Yeah. No, and I think it might be a bit of a combination of, I think that they were really playing up for Zidane, but you could even make the argument that, Zidane might have won 3 straight Champions Leagues, but I mean, in the league, he did kind of struggle. So, I mean, obviously, kind of struggling is, when you're playing, when you're playing Barcelona.
And Real Madrid don't care a lot about the league. It's all about the Champions League for them, because when Ancelotti was there, he won a Champions League, and they loved him. And then the next season, it was, they didn't really have a good league campaign, but he wasn't gone until they were knocked out of the Champions League. And I just get the feeling like, Real Madrid are always banging on about the Champions League, and it's just always about Europe. They don't, for a club that size, with their spending power and how they approach Champions League and European football, if they wanted to do better in the league, they probably could. But Barcelona obviously trump it.
Yeah, no, and my ultimate thoughts on it are, I think that Real Madrid do need a bit of a clear out. I think that they need to bring in some fresh faces. Because, let's be real about this. Zidane was handed a world-class squad when he got there, including Ronaldo in that. But ultimately, you do need to freshen things up a bit. Yeah, and like Matthew just said, Barcelona do have the domestic dominance, and Real Madrid do have the worldwide dominance, which that is true. But I would be interested. It will be interesting to see what will happen in this summer, because I think that Real Madrid are going to make some big moves. I think you're going to see them get Eden Hazard. I think that you might even see them go get Neymar or Kylian Mbappe. I could see either or. But I think you're going to see big.
If they were going to go for anyone, particularly with the fact that they've wanted Hazard for a while and he seems keen on going there too, if they were going to get anyone out of Neymar or Mbappe, I think they're probably more likely to go for Mbappe.
Well, the only reason why I think that Neymar might be the more likely one to go is because I think that his price tag might actually be lower than that of Mbappe's.
True.
But also, Maltese Devil did ask, what's your thoughts on Pulisic as a United fan going to Chelsea? And is there any other up-and-coming American player that you would like to see come and do a job for Manchester United? So just I did say it a little earlier in the show, but it does really suck that Christian Pulisic is going to Chelsea, a club that do not have the greatest history of developing youth. So obviously my hope is that when he does finally get there, that he will be given a full run. Given a full run as a 10 there, or a lot of people think of him as a right winger. I think that his best position is a 10. But I hope he gets a run there. And then as for another American that could come in and do a job, Timothy Weah is one. Plays for PSG. Currently just went on loan to Celtic. I think that he's somebody that could come in and do a hell of a job. He's got everything you look for in a top class player. And apparently, I forgot that Matthew's close to where Celtic play. So yeah, Matthew, you get to watch him. And for a half-year loan, that's going to be a fun one. That's going to be a fun one because I think he's going to come in and dominate that league. Another young player that I could see potentially kind of being that is Josh Sargent, who's currently playing for Wolfsburg, it's not. It's Werder Bremen. It's Werder Bremen. There's another one that I could see potentially. If he lives up to all the potential, could be really good for us. But for the most part, Team USA is in a bit of a transition right now. So it will be interesting to see what will happen. But Timothy Weah is the one that truly stands out. And then just so you guys know, we actually are in the 90th minute right now. United women are still up 2-0. And then they are right now having possession inside of their attacking third. Oh, shoot. George Kyle's in the chat now. Sad you get to join us so late, George, but I also understand what about Tyler Adams, the midfielder? Know nothing about him, but he was banging potential. Yeah, no, Tyler Adams is another one, like a lot of these guys. Like Cameron Carter-Vickers is somebody else that he's playing for Tottenham. Spurs fan could maybe tell you a little bit about him. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten more chances with Spurs. So we just got a foul down this left-hand side. A little bit of a fight going on. A little bit of a fight. Ooh, come on. Referee, sort it out. Handed out a yellow card. I don't know who they handed the yellow to, but
I didn't actually catch that one.
So West Ham are very desperate to
they're trying to throw forward now.
Yeah.
Which you can't blame them. They're gonna straight knockout, so they're gonna go for it. Which Sigsworth that got the card. Interesting.
Yeah, Matthew, if I remember correctly, he is on loan there. Was busy watching Mary Poppins in cinema. So West Ham do currently have the ball down the left-hand side of the pitch. They have a throw in.
Good chance.
It was Sigsworth. So right now, ball just went out of play on the left-hand side. I mean, Shane, did you happen to catch how much stoppage time there is?
I didn't know, but I'm going to assume that it's probably 2 or 3 minutes because I haven't been that really. Oh, no, sorry, it's 4 minutes. 4 minutes I've just seen has been added on.
Okay.
Not sure that's right, but.
Which.
Then again, Chamberlain did go down for a couple bits. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's not far off. Andrew still thought the video was frozen. Yeah, no, sorry about that, guys. Like it's right now it is, we are in nervy times right now. We have a couple players kind of doing a little bit of gamesmanship, staying down for a little bit of extra time. Yeah, Reaper, seriously, just give us the final whistle.
Push forward and get another goal, but we might do. It's unlikely though. I think we'll just try and manage this out now for the last minute and a half.
Let's see here. Arthur, here's the dog. He's not happy about it either. He's not happy about hearing another dog. So we are in the 93rd minute. Right now the ball is in West Ham's third goal. The West Ham goalkeeper does have it and did just kick it out to midfield. Which thought onto the right wing position? Who could we? Who would you like to see either given a chance or brought into fill that position? Maltese. I'm sure Shane will agree with me on this. Put Alexis Sanchez on the right wing, and then let Chong be his understudy.
I'd like to at least see it. I think Sanchez's probably best 2-3 games for us have come when he's played on the right.
Yep.
So, I don't want to write him off because he's just come back from an injury, but he wasn't fantastic against Newcastle, and he certainly wasn't really that with it against Reading. But yeah, I'd like to still see if he's got something on the right. But I think he's in a bit of a crunch time moment because if he doesn't start performing when everyone else, maybe bar 1 or 2 players, is raising the game under Solskjaer, then it might just be time in the summer just to say bye-bye. But definitely agree about Chong, though. He's got so much potential, and seeing him when he came on the pitch against Reading, it was like he did rejuvenate them a little bit. He was like still trying to create something and make things happen, and I think he had that one moment where he even passed to himself, so he's obviously that good.
Yeah. No, he is that good that he can pass to himself. But guys, we are just about at the end of the match here. We are in the 95th minute. There was only 4 minutes of stoppage time. The ball's being played around in the midfield. I'm waiting to see. No matter what, United have won this match. They will not get another chance to get another goal, even if they were to go on and score here. But ball is into United's third now. I know, Bob's.
Yeah, that's full time. We are good.
All right, man. Well, we are good. It's officially ended. We move on to the next round of the cup. So, I mean, Shane, you sticking with Greenwood, man of the match?
Yeah, I think so. It was between her and James, I think. But yeah, I'm happy to go with Greenwood. I think she's done a great job in the midfield, considering she's usually left back first and foremost, and she actually did play centre back against London Bees on the weekend, so she's had 2 games out of position. But she's done really well in midfield tonight again, I think, and which kind of proves the nickname I gave her after the Everton game of Alex Keenwood.
I like it. Well, I'm going to give it to Greenwood as well. But we're going to have to wrap it up there because I have a phone meeting here in literally 5 minutes. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us live. Shane, I've got your Twitter handle down below. Anything you want to shout out, my friend?
You know what? Same as last time. I don't think I have anything. So we'll do Matthew a favour and we'll shout Matthew's poster store out for those that haven't yet checked it out. Which I don't know if he wants me to shout out the URL of offsidegraphics.com, but there we go.
There we go. Perfect.
Commission.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. Matthew, you better be paying him at least $1. At least $1. But guys, genuinely, thank you so much for joining us today for this watch along. Thank you for all the congratulations on me having a daughter. It does genuinely mean so much to me. And I can't wait to meet her. I really can't wait to meet her. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. And I hope you have a great night, a great day, wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. Keep doing you guys because you guys are awesome. Let's go United.